body snatching. We've already had the thing from Another World, which is based on Who Goes There, which has the concept of body snatchers, even though it's not in the film. And this, again, it's not body snatching, it's kind of body duplicating, but the book Body Snatcher doesn't come out till the next year. Do you know what kind of literary history is around that? Like, is that just a common sci-fi trope that becomes huge the next year, or what happens there?
It's something that goes back a long way in fantasy. Doppelgangers and shapeshifters predate what we think of as modern science fiction. But there's certainly a trend in science fiction. Robert Heinlein's The Puppet Masters novel came out in 1951, and that's about people being taken over by alien slugs that kind of sit on their back and control them. And then you've got a variety of different things where aliens will swap themselves. So that's what we see in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They take away the human and then they put a pod person in its place. I don't think we ever find out what happened to the original human. They just sort of disappear. But It Came from Outer Space, it's a very strange kind of thing because they kidnap the humans in order to replicate them and go off and do their business in town. And then when they finish doing their business, they release the humans back again. So it's a very benevolent kind of shape-shifting that goes on. The whole thing of doppelgangers and shapeshifters, all of that, I think is a very cinematic concept because it's thoroughly visual. So to me, it's inevitable that film would make a big deal of this. And also things like Westworld, where you have androids or robots that are indistinguishable from real people. Battlestar Galactica uses that concept as well. It's a very visual thing that allows actors to play two versions of the same character, the real version and the possessed version.
It's also inexpensive, right? I think that's because you double your cast. You don't have to cast more actors, and you don't need to keep doing the monster effect if they look like people, right? So it turns out to be a convenient thing to do.
Yeah, and it is that, like, that fear of not knowing who you can trust is that's a huge thing, right? Like it works with John Carpenter's thing.